Can you talk about maintaining joy in the home when you have constant demands and negativity from unconverted children? Do you have any practical advice to give?
The first practical advice was, this is where Dad steps in. You see, this is where Dad steps in. And when I know that my boys have been a handful, and it doesn't happen anymore, they've grown up, they're a joy. But when they were young, fighting, everything that they would do, and my wife, I get home and it's frazzled. Boys, let's go down the basement. I do the same thing with my daughter, just differently a little bit, but boys, let's go down the basement. What will Dad do to another man who hurts his wife? What will Dad do to another man who's making his wife's life miserable? Well, Dad, you wouldn't allow it. Exactly. I come home, your mom's in there crying, and you did it. Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the easy way, because for me, both ways are easy. I got that saying from my wife. I thought it was so cool. And I look at them, and I'm angry. I'm controlled, but I want them to know I'm mad. You need to realize something, boys. She is the apple of my eye. She is the apple of my eye. This will not happen again. I don't care if you're 3, I don't care if you're 30. You will not do this. Because that woman is my woman. It's my wife. And I will defend her even from you. Do you understand me? Yes, Dad. Do you understand me? Yes, Dad. With my daughter, speech will be a little bit different, but she needs to be tough, because I'm going to say tough things to her. Dad needs to step in and go, look, you want to mess with somebody? Bring it on. But you don't mess with her. If I come home and she's distraught and she's hurting and everything else, I'm the one you have to deal with. Now, there are guys here tougher than me, more man than me, everything else. And I recognize that. I've seen some of you pretty big boys. But we forget, don't we? If a man walked into your house and you came home and your wife was crying, I guess I'd buy him flowers. You would hurt him. You'd stop him. You'd do everything in your power. But we got to think that way with everybody. We're not going to go, hit our children. We're not going to do it. But this is where did you know that there are times to be angry and sin not? My boys have seen that out of their dad. You're not going to do this. No. But then, be very, very careful. Don't let them be justified in saying, but Dad, you do it. Dad, you make her miserable. Dad, she's cried with you. You see? But men, it's all about the children. It's all about the children. No, a man should say it's all about my wife. I love my children. I'll die for them, but it's all about my wife. A wife should say, no. Like the boys would get mad and say, Dad, this. She'd go, that's enough. Because if you want to know who I'm standing with your dad. Do you see that? Do you see that? This is so important. And many of you guys probably never even thought of that. And a lot of things that I'm telling you, don't think, oh gosh, Paul discovered all this. No, I was very fortunate to have very godly men help me and tell me a lot of the things I'm telling you. You see? But these are things that the man, there's no way to stop this except through the Father. Because a mother should not be put in the position of being her own defender in this situation. The dad should step in. I love you, children. I'll die for you. But you're not going to hurt your mom. It's not going to happen in this house. And I love you. But it's not going to happen here. And that's very, very important. Now, don't get all, in their face and acting, but just let them know. It's not going to happen. Okay? And that's the way you handle it.